Hello again. So we're going to play the third turn, next 23 minutes for us. As a little recap, engineers are pulling back to just get out of the game for us up here. They've blown all the bridges in the city over here. We've had enemy push from this clearing, this sort of open plain, and they appear to be heading in a northwest and southwest. So these two diagonal lines through this gap, The reconnaissance up here is observing what's happening in this area. C Squadron, the purple ones down here, they are having a sort of fighting withdrawal through Wolfenbüttel. Up here, we've not actually encountered anything apart from reconnaissance units which have been handled. Do we have any sight onto that? I'll tell you what I'll do with this one, so there's no point going back on ourselves. We'll change that over there. I think we'll press play and see what happens. Okay. So what do we get there? T-64. Looks like another one. There's that reconnaissance unit again. Oh, have we lost a Charlie? Yep, finally got rid of that reconnaissance unit. It's a bit of a nuisance because that's turned that Soviet now. Now this is close in fighting. I believe each hex is 500 meters. So that is combat mission range. Back and forth. And what we're looking at is probably a platoon against a company. So engineers are having a bad time up on the hill. More units coming in. This looks like, I think that was air. So the purple that we have here, that is our air defense screen with javelin of the period. So not anti-tank guided missiles. This is sort of the blowpipe replacement that we mentioned in combat mission. They're not having a good time. So we're down to 2 challengers in this troop. Blowing those bridges didn't matter, did it? Because it's just going to fly over it. Oh, I don't like that. Right. Now I'm not sure the range of these javelins against that air attack if it does come over this direction. So it's just turned 11. That's the reconnaissance unit order coming to life. So they're going to pull back to this area. Engineers are setting up in the woods out the way. What's this? This is... I'm not going to tell you. Sounds helicopter-y. Another wheeled reconnaissance vehicle. They've been spotted now and they're receiving indirect fire. I'm hoping they were set on delayed orders to pull back. So they should get out the way soon. That's a lot of helicopters, so I don't like that. Ouch. So one scimitar down there. This is going to go to pot. There we go. So that is a hind. And that, from the beep beep, is the turn. So, let's go back through it. So, intelligence report. So there is this spike putting its way through in the south, and then it looks like what are you? Let's see. So tanks, helicopters over here. So you can see, when I click it, you can see it flashing. Sorry. More tanks, helicopters up here, tanks, artillery. So we've got artillery back here. Might be worth calling in fire on. That's a nice juicy target. Recce, engineers, and engineers. So, getting a bit tasty. I think, as it stands, so this part of Wolfenbüttel, they've managed to bypass through the northern half, and they have been heading up this direction. They're set to withdraw. They're set to withdraw. They are down to. Oh, they've got 3 challengers. Who is taking the hits? So was it? Ouch. So that entire unit has fallen out. I think they were somewhere up on this road here. Can we see the little blue left behind? Yeah, so that was... Oh, here we go. Right on top of it. They are gone, basically. Units technically dead, which is probably a good point to look at ops. Not ops, what am I looking at? I need personal logistics. So, no alerts still, probably because they're dead. How are we doing for ammunition? So we're not doing too bad for ammunition. A few have gone amber. No, they're not. They've gone yellow. So it's just we've actually fired some of them. But as you can see, there's only 4 out of a basic load fired. So 40 rounds fired from that, for instance. But this is where we're looking really. So 100%, 94, 64. So they are starting to. So we've set them a order to go here. I'm wondering if we should get them to further back. I'm tempted to even put them all the way there. So these 2 frontline units, they get a bit of a breather as they pull back further, something like that, I reckon. But we do still have this gap here, and no one's really getting involved there because of the lines of sight in urban areas. What to do with those? Are these guys okay? They're okay for the time being. the speed at which they're moving through this area is concerning, and it's whether I want to set some orders to pull these back to, say, this wood block, or further back down here. As it stands, though, this is a pretty decent position. We have our landmines. This is looking okay, so this should be stopping whatever comes down here. They're a sort of stay behind unit currently, so they're the only ones I've kept up there. Right, let's make some decisions. I think we could potentially leave things as are. I think, whose arrow is this? I can see an arrow, and I don't know whose it is. Are they getting involved, and what can they see? Not just yet. I think potentially they would be more useful further south to help cover this area. Before I do that, I'll check they're well within. So this white ring here is the command range. So you ideally want to keep all of your units within command range, or it becomes very difficult to actually pass orders, basically. They're well within command range if we move them there. What have we got these guys doing? I think the main focus for this will be calling in the artillery on the enemy artillery. So currently we have one blip here. So I think what I might do is have, can I do multiple? No. Let's do a neutralizing barrage on that. So I'm happy with that. I might get just to confirm that's the right one, and I might do a, shall we do 2 or 1? Oh, right outside the edge, so it'll just be the 1 unit. That might be our orders for this turn. We are bang in the middle of their orders turn as well, but that didn't really help us here because, and let's see if we can see it. So we tried to add a delay to it, but I think with the actual fighting it became irrelevant, which is another thing that you need, all these considerations you need for this game. But anyway, they're all getting nice and cozy in the woods. I think we might have to press play and hope for the best. Yeah. Let's leave it at that and press play and focus on this guy, I reckon. So took out that reconnaissance unit. Took some fire from helicopters though, so we lost another scimitar. Should have really checked the fallen out units. Another 2 gone. Ouch. So they're completely dead. They're taking artillery fire now. Down in the south, sorry. This is more like it. We've got some surface-to-air missiles. Yes! I think it is whether this air defence line could have been further forward, because we have taken losses. Go on, lad. give it some. Not happy with that. Oh, he's wow, look at him go. Never know if that SOP relocation is us or them. Another one. Excellent. There's our artillery on their artillery. I don't think we can actually observe what the outcome of this is. What else is happening? Artillery keeps falling. Tanks taking fire from the helicopters. Previous position being bombarded, so good thing they're falling back. Now it looks like he's out of sight of surface-to-air missile over here. Oh, please don't attack my striker. If I hover this, so if I can see, they are out of surface-to-air missiles, and in fairness to them, they fired at a lot of helicopters and destroyed a lot of helicopters, but they need to now go into rearmament. Artillery keeps falling. I need this to get in range, really, don't we? Go on, spot it. Zoom in a tiny bit. No, 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 no. No. Well, hold still. So we're down one, I think, there. Oh, please don't. Okay, he's backing off now. Whether that's this hero here, or just, I think there is considerations taken for rearmament themselves, so helicopter units have to fall back to a forward rearming point, I think. They're relocating after firing, so they've because this is the other thing, there is counter battery fire, and if you fire, you can be spotted by radar. Basically, they can spot, they can direction find artillery. Now, I'm wondering if all of this is the payoff of having the reconnaissance quietly up here. He is having a bad day. He's being strafed by this bloody hind pair. Now, I probably left it too late, but I wonder if we could have blown some bridges here as well. I think it requires engineer units. Oh, thank God he moved off that hex, eh? So that is a squadron getting involved on the south of the objectives. And I mean, this is the funny thing. So it just looked... Oh, he's lost a tank here. So each of these unit counters, diddy little things, but they are... that's an entire troop, as an example. Or a tank platoon, they call them here. And for the enemy, I believe each of these hexes is a company. So tank company, engineer. How many are there? Engineer squad. He desperately needs to rearm. That's quite good. So this has become a crossfire between these two areas. It's very unnerving hearing this many helicopters. So here we go. That's a call for fire from one of the subunits. You don't have to call in every single oh no. So the left behind unit is being found. So I think we're going to lose them in all likelihood. But what we're saying is the artillery does not need to have me call in everything. There certainly is the option to decide, no, I want to be the one that calls in artillery on priority targets. But what we have going with these boys is that call for fire is probably from one of these units who's requested support from this battery. They're going to fire on that there. I think we'll drag this across. Quite a substantial amount of units now. How many killed, how many lost? So we are down 12 fallen out. So they're not destroyed. They are damaged but recoverable, I believe. No destructions just yet. We have 11 reconnaissance unit, 9 tanks. I would like to see the 6 helos. Is all from this fella. He knocked out 5 of them, sorry. And then 1 of them was from Queen's Dragoon Guard. So that, he's had some fun. Which reminds me we need to probably... Now, do we resupply in position or move back? I think the best way is probably to check. Nobody's spotted him yet. So we could decide to resupply in position. Yeah, let's get him to do that. So he is now actively trying to bring his stock of surface-to-air missiles up. How are these all doing? So they're doing well. They're okay. They are the HQ, which is why they have 2 tanks. They have 1 damaged Challenger that's fallen out. We have... These are in pretty good nick. 1 fallen out Challenger down here. 1 Scimitar that was lost at the very beginning. But they're otherwise okay. These guys lost a scout team and they've decided to withdraw up to here. Do we trust them to make that decision? Or can they move in cover? We can... I mean, it's if we want to trust them with their on-the-ground decision. So I believe they have. Do they have? Why can I see it? I think some of them have tactical responsibility that's quite reasonable. I've just spotted we've been talking for 24 minutes, so I'm going to stop again, and I'll probably come back to this in the next video.